how's it going? So in my ultimate journey of perfecting my filtration and my water quality, I've made some alteration to my filtration in the past few months. I've invested a whole big lot on my, I guess, 15 tanks, but not all of them got it, just the main big ones. So what am I talking about? Alright, if we back up all the way about 2 years ago, I started having problems with my water, having some contaminants, and I just couldn't figure out what it was. I went from heavy metals to bacteria, to fungus, to flukes, to external, internal parasites. I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't pinpoint what it was. And I did have a few cases of Saprogenelia fungus, which is the fuzzy white growths. And usually you just need to up the salt, clean up the tank, put some methylene blue, and that's it. The work is done. But in my case, I discovered that this exact fungus spore was present in most of my tanks. And after trying every medication, and I'm telling you, I have tried hundreds of dollars, if not thousands, in medications and in searching what it was, even up to testing my water for what it was, and coming always empty-handed. And so in the past month, I've uploaded a video where I was making fish food, and I've showed you my newest filtration device. When I fill up my tanks, what it goes through in order for me to have clean water in my tanks. I am not using reverse osmosis because I want to keep my mineral content, yet I want to get rid of all the dirties and nasties. So I have a carbon filtration, a floss filtration, and a big UV sterilizer. So it goes through all this. But if the spores are already present in my tanks, it's still going to affect the fish. And never mind the littlest bruise that the fish would have on them, either from fighting or scratching themselves, whatever it is, the fungus spore will infiltrate that bruise and kill off the fish. And I did find one medication that will kill the fungus. Okay, actually I found it after watching Nicole Dean's story of killing cheese, her fish. It's called flubendazole. It works on Bryopsis algae, and it also works on destroying fungus spores. But the first dose does not kill the fungus, and the second dose kills the fish and the fungus. So you're following me? I've lost a couple of my geophagos, actually all 4 of the big ones, to the Saprogenelia fungus spores that infiltrated them. I guess they fought at some point. And no, actually, remember I said they had hexamida hole in the head? They're wild caught fish, so they already had it on their foreheads and so on. So I guess at some point that fungus spore infiltrated it, and by that time I could treat them. Second dose just killed them. So flubendazole works, but at the same time it doesn't. Yes, it's gonna work on destroying the fungus, but it's also going to be a lethal dose. The fish will die. So lesson learned, flubendazole is not a good option. I guess putting a very high dosage of methylene blue for several weeks could work, but it also burns the fish on the outside at that dosage, which I also tried. And yes, it works. And the moment the fish starts healing, you bring it back in the tank, the wound is still there, it comes right back, and the fish anyways goes back to the same shitty cycle. Anyhow, so this is what led me to purchasing about maybe $600 or $700 worth of UV sterilizers for nearly every single individual tank that I ever had any fungal issues in. Either from fish just showing signs of distress and dying randomly on me, or fish clearly showing that fuzzy growth on them once they had the boo-boos on them. So the only tanks I did not put it on is the tanks I never had any problems, is this one. Actually, oh, I was supposed to make a video about my new setup. Shit. Sorry. Well, now you see it. So my Central Americans, they never had any problems. It's a new tank, so I guess since I never had any fish that carried that spore on them, it didn't transmit to this one. And also my Frontosa tank, which is like an isolated tank that I never added anything to it, they also never got any infection whatsoever. So these two tanks I didn't buy any UV sterilizers for. If in the future I see anything weird, the smallest sign, I'll have new sterilizers for them. But for now, the UV sterilizers I bought, and so far it's my favorite, is, I hope I can show you properly. Hold on, I'll remove my hand. It's called the Green Killing Machine. There's the 24 watts that goes up to 120 gallons, and there's the 9 watts, I believe, that goes up to 20 gallons or something like that. So I bought several for all my tanks, and just right now the water looks amazing. It looks clear. We see it here. We see it on this tank also. This one has another UV sterilizer by Samsung. I hope you can see it here. It's in the back. So this one is an inline, and the other one has its own pump, you know, working on its own. So it's not connected to a canister. Which leads me to updating my filtration system. Now my filtration is way different. So hold on, I will show you. Now the first point of entry is a canister filter. This is for each one of my tanks side by side, but I have Cascade 1200 on this Joe Facos tank, which is floss, bigger floss, some carbon and zeolite, some more floss. Yeah, so this is all floss, so there is no biological filtration in here. So the exit of this canister goes into my aquaponics sump. Here, let me show you the whole spectrum. So previously, remember, I had a big pump just pumping to my aquaponic through floss, but I wanted to include carbon and zeolite to really remove everything out of my tanks. So now I have the spray bar of the canister going through a filter sock, which now is actually more better for me because I can wash in the washer once a week or twice a month this filter sock. And all inside I have some pellets, like clay pellets and matrix Zcam denitrifying pellets. So it's going through like a good, maybe, I don't know, 2 pounds of biomedia before it goes back down into the tank through my pipes right here. So my filtration is greatly upgraded in every single tank now. This one also got the canister on it, just not the UV. And as you can see, this is my big box full of plants and ferns. And in here you'll see it more because I don't need the ladder. So it goes through a filter sock, and underneath, let me just show you, we have a ton of biomedia. This one also has mountain tree biomedia, like these yellow ones. I hope you can see properly in the back. So I can also wash this filter sock whenever I want, so no more buying filter floss except for the canisters, because I can wash it. And this one a little bit the same, and that allowed me to put even more plants because I'm no longer having a spray bar going through my sumps, and I could put as many plants as I want. So I added this beautiful red plant in there. I added some ferns. There we go. This melon plant was already there. That's the filter sock. That's a mountain tree biomedia. We got some ferns underneath here. So it's really nicely placed and I don't disturb it anymore. And there you go. So I'm very, very happy with my upgrades. Honestly, so far my fish have been doing super well. This one has an Eheim 2217 canister and an inline, it's hard to show you, but it's like an inline UV sterilizer. So that's also why I lost one of my discus. I had originally bought 2, then I bought another one, and one of the original 2 perish. She started breathing heavy. I guess it's the fungal spores again. Breathing heavy, laying on his side, and I didn't even have time to treat it. And these 3, it looks like I just have 2, but there's 3. There's a third one somewhere behind there. Where is he? He's right there. You know my disc is always hiding. But these 3, they're doing pretty well. I have 2 whites and 1 orange, and since I put that UV in there, oh my god, the water is amazingly clear. I hope you can see it. The fish are so happy. Like, it's really worth the buck, and I think it's worth about $120 for a UV sterilizer that treats up to 100 gallons. So really, if you live in an area that you don't trust your water, just invest in a UV. It's the best thing you'll ever do for yourself. I also put a small one on my beta tank. I removed all the guppies because their babies were getting eaten by the betas because it's live food for them. The glowfish are not mine. They're just here in quarantine. Also, the rasboras are not mine. They're also going to my client. I'm breaking the surprise for him, I guess. But in here I have a 9-volt or watt also green killing machine sterilizer, and it's cleaning pretty well. Like, I don't know if you can see how clean the water is here. Here, from the top, actually, it'll be easier. I've altered a little bit my output because I have a little bit of a, it's a Euro brace, and so I passed all my filtration through like a 1 centimeter gap in the back. So you see water comes out really, really crystal clear. The betas are super happy. I got all my fighters, all my babes in here. Remember, those were like fry a few months ago, and now they're proper adult betas. I have many males, actually. I'm pretty surprised. This one is a male. And the reason I didn't put my other giant betas in here is because I have the Indonesian fighter. I don't know if I had mentioned it in the video previously that I ordered hundreds of dollars of Indonesian fighter betas. I am not sure where he is. He's a hiding guy, but let me try to find him for you. So yeah, since I got him in there, he's right there in the back. Since I got him in there, I cannot, no, that's a female, but I cannot put my giant ones because they will actually get destroyed by him. He's pretty aggressive, but my babies that grew up in this tank, there's not a single problem with them. Like, they're socialized. That's what I said, like in my previous videos. If you have betas and they're your own, you bred them, you kept them together, then they're good, they're gonna be good. But if you take them at the pet store, just have backup tanks. If ever they don't get along, you see in a couple days it's total chaos and torn fins, separate them, you know. Like, by the way, this female was bred several months ago and it's still growing back, so that's not aggression from this tank. But all my females are doing great, and I have very, very nice males in here. Oh, in another tank I've added the UV sterilizer on. Let me just go to it and show you. Alright guys, so this is where I put my breeding couple of ancestors and my guppies and antlers because the babies of the guppies were getting totally eaten by the betas, and I didn't want that because I breed them to sell them, so if I don't have babies I cannot sell to anybody. So I decided to make this tank for them, and I tried to replicate a little bit of a river, something like open space and relaxed for them, you know, and so I can easily also catch if I need some fish out of there. And because a lot of guppies, when you buy them, they come in with parasites, UV sterilization is very, very important. So I have one of the bigger version of the UV sterilizers here. Hold on, I'm just trying to fix my light to show you properly. So that's the 24-watt one I got in here. And when the light bulb dies, apparently you'll see this this light turn off. So when that light is off, that means your UV is dead and you just need to replace the light bulb. So I hope you like it. I tried. I planted some bananas, banana plant here. I hope you can see it. I have one here, I have one there. And yeah, I hope those banana plants start growing because I really like those. I got some new antlers. They're looking really, really nice. the reason why I mix guppies and endlers is just to give them a longer lifespan, because I don't want the same genes in everybody. I want them to have diversified genes. I don't want to breed anything fancy, beautiful. I just want strong live bearers. That's what I'm going for, you know. But I like those neon colors, so I did get a few neon looking males. So that's what I'm aiming for. Healthy, strong fish and a good variety of genes. I do have a few babies in here, but they're hiding. And I have a few lost babies still with the bettas, so I have to go get them soon. So alright guys, this is my update on the filtration, UV sterilization everywhere. No more messing around. Everyone is super healthy since I've done that, and I'm very, very happy. And my frontoses are saying hi. I'm sorry, it's so blue. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.